Hello, North Country, and welcome to Northern Adirondack Central School in Ellenburg, New York for Champlain Valley Athletic Conference Varsity Boys Basketball. Today, the Northern Adirondack Central School Bobcats meet the Plattsburgh High School Hornets. I'm Foxy Gagnon, along with my darling companion, Laura Gagnon, on camera. Our thanks to Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh for their support of Hornets basketball. Plattsburgh High School enters this game with a record of 8 wins and no losses. They have been paced this season by Joel Butchino, the senior, averaging 21 points a game. In fact, he has hit for the 20 mark in 6 of the Hornets' last 7 contests. The one that he didn't, he hit for 19, averaging 21 a game in the CVAC. Now, medical report on Butchino. He suffered a concussion in the last Hornet game in the 3rd quarter, and he sat out the rest of that game. He suffered a concussion. He went to the hospital. His status is, at this moment, he may see some playing time. Don't expect Butchino to play a full game today. The second leading scorer for Plattsburgh at 13 points a game in the CVAC with a career high 34 points against Mariah is Adam Favreau. Favreau today not in uniform. He sprained his ankle at Thursday's practice. This is a Saturday game. He sits this one out and hopes to be back next week. Favreau averaging 13 points a game. So if you take the 34-point average of Butchino and Favreau, you're talking about 52% of the Hornets' offense this season. The Hornets average 65 points a game. Now, third in scoring, and he will have to step up big today. They will need his leadership. Ryan Sapel. Sapel has hit in double figures in 7 of the 8 Hornet contests. He averages 12 a game. He has a season high of 13 against Peru, 17 against Peru, I should say, and 17 against Saranac Lake. Tim DeLeese is the 4th starter. They'll need his rebound strength today more than ever. He hit for 10 against Beekmantown, and he can usually be counted on for a steady 6 and 7 points a game, and he makes very few mistakes, very few turnovers, and plays excellent defense. 5th starter has been Jamie Armstrong. Armstrong has a season high and career high of 7 points, and Armstrong may be counted on today to step up the offense. Who will replace Favreau and Butchino? We'll see. Coach Doherty in a tenuous situation coming in, and we'll see who he relies on from the bench to replace Butchino and Favreau. The Hornets' winning margin, average winning margin, 16 points. They are 8-0 on the season. They are coached by Kevin Doherty, assisted by Mike Recor and Mark Searles. Searles is the modified A coach. For Northern Adirondack, the Bobcats have a record of 4-4. They reeled off 3 quick wins over Ticonderoga, Osable Valley, and Seton. And then they saw their 19-game CVAC winning streak stopped in a loss to Northeastern Clinton Central, 59-54. They then went on to lose to Peru. A comeback attempt in the 4th quarter fell short. They lost by 2. They lost to Tupper Lake, and they lost to Saranac Lake. They were at 3-4. They come into this one following a win over Mariah, 68-61. The Bobcats are 4-4. They are coached by John Rebedu. 5 players see plenty of action for the Bobcats, and they are Justin Gardner, number 11. He has a season high of 22. He averages 13 points. Corey Bilo, number 12, a season high of 20 points. He averages 10 in a game. Zach Welch, a sophomore, number 15, a season high of 15. He averages 10. Then Joe Karofsky and Sean Burke are averaging 9. Those 5 starters all average between 9 and 13 points a game. Coach Rebedeau has not received a great deal of scoring from his bench. Welch has 14 three-pointers. Karofsky has 10. Watch for players to fire them up. Northern Adirondack has hit a total of 33 pointers on the season. Plattsburgh has hit a total of 36. The officials will be Al Rose and Pete Russum. We'll have a crowded gym at the Bobcats cage in Ellenburg, and we are happy to be here. Again, thanks to Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh for their support of Hornet basketball. It's the Bobcats against the Hornets. And of course, when you come to Northern Adirondack, they feature the Section 7's best cheerleading squad, the Northern Adirondack Central School Bobcat Cheerleaders, coached by Sue Rebedeau. And the Hornet cheerleaders getting the crowd ready for this one. All right, Hornet cheerleaders. Coach Doherty selects Armstrong Austin Bushy, number 15. He is a senior. He had 11 points for the Hornets, getting a chance to play off the bench in the game against Tupper Lake. Ryan Sapel, Miguel Maldonado, and Tim DeLeese. For Northern Adirondack, it's Sean Berg, Justin Gardner, Joe Karofsky, Zach Welch, and Mike O'Neill. This is Welch. This is Berg. Gardner, number 11. 22, O'Neill, off the glass and in. Northern Adirondack with the height advantage. Plattsburgh, a very small unit, almost what you could call 5 guards on the team. If you counted DeLeese as a guard, he played some guard action last season. Around the horn go the Hornets. DeLeese plays the post, taken away by Welch. He's up the floor to Karofsky. Now O'Neill. Oh, open underneath and working hard for the shot. DeLeese there defensively. Gardner unable to score. 2-0 Bobcats. Sapel for Plattsburgh. This is Bushy. The senior tandem on the outside. Maldonado, a junior. Bushy will have to be aggressive, as will Armstrong. They will have to support the leadership of Sapel. DeLeese has got a big job on the boards to do. Outside, Sapel, no, base of the rim. DeLeese kept it alive, but knocked away by Karofsky. A 2-on-2. Welch to O'Neill, and now Burke sets the offense. Hornets in man-to-man defense, as is their style. 2-0 Bobcats, a minute and a half into this one in the Bobcats cage. Underneath, they get it to Burke. Armstrong guards him, left alone, passed on the shot, and this one is in and out on the three-point try by Welch. It'll be a Bobcats foul. A good crowd for this one, as might be expected on a Saturday afternoon in Ellenburg. John Rebedeau, the coach of the Bobcats, is the Section 7 chairperson for boys basketball. We work with him in postseason play. Knocked away, Maldonado gets it Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh, the men in black. Dish to DeLeese, baseline jumper, DeLeese ties it at 2. And the Hornets will have to be accurate on those first attempts. Inside to O'Neill, into the hands of Gardner, missed that one. DeLeese kept it alive, and Bushy was there. Pressure on Bushy, he gets it to Miguel Maldonado. The bounce pass to Sapel. Bushy steps up, thought about a 3. DeLeese to Sapel. Hornets move the ball on the perimeter. Maldonado short on the shot. Might have been tipped. O'Neal for the Bobcats. O'Neal looks like the tallest man on the floor. He may be about 6 feet tall. Joe Karofsky, now Justin Gardner. A young team for the Bobcats. Hornets defense creates a turnover. Bobcats with 3 seniors on their roster. Bushy down the floor. He brings it out. This is Bushy's first varsity start. Armstrong, no. Tip, but a 2-on-1. Now Bushy gets back. A 2-on-2. And Karofsky took it all the way. The Hornets playing excellent defense. We're tied at 2, nearing the midway mark of the first quarter. Maldonado left alone, too soft on the shot, got it back. He'll go to the line for 2, but the Hornet bench are on their feet. They wanted that ball to fall. And we imagine it's tough for Adam Favreau not even being in uniform. He missed the first 6 games last season with an injury. And then he joined the team and had a great junior year. Or I should say a great sophomore year last year for Favreau. Maldonado missed the first foul shot and misses the second. 4.5 to play, first quarter, and it's just Bobcats 2, Hornets 2. 3 from Karofsky. Joe Karofsky makes it 5-2 Bobcats. For Karofsky, his 11th three-pointer. Hornets will have to hit some threes of their own. Maldonado to Sapel. He's left alone. He should have thought of a 3 there. Inside, tipped away. Great Bobcats defense. Both teams playing excellent defense. Bilo in number 12 for the Bobcats. Karofsky made the move and scores. Karofsky with 5. His high game was 18 in the win over Mariah just last week. Or earlier this week, to be precise. DeLeese doesn't fall, and O'Neal on the boards. 7-2, we have a Bobcat down on the floor. Coach Doherty takes that opportunity to talk to his group, and Sean Burke slow to get up. He's okay. Applause from the crowd. 3:23 to play. The Hornets with only 2 points, that from DeLeese, and it's 7-2 Northern Adirondack. Bobcats with a 4-4 record. Hornets at 8-0, playing without their 2 leading scorers, Joel Buccino and Adam Favreau. However, Buccino now into the lineup. And off the glass, a 3 from Karofsky. He says, I'll take it. And it's 10-2. Buccino into the game, and we hope health-wise that he is okay and able to play. Buccino, the senior, averaging 21 a game. This is Buccino, takes it to the basket, double team there, and he was fouled. And Coach Doherty had to reach to Buccino and get him off the floor. 2:50 to play, first quarter. Joel Buccino at the line for a couple. Buccino had 21 in the Hornets' previous game in the first half. He scored a 2-pointer in the second, to start the second half, and then he was injured. DeLeese gets it back for Plattsburgh, but then that's taken away by the Bobcats' Andy Siskavich. Siskavich, the bounce pass to Bilo. Bilo guarded by Buccino. Gardner there, short on the 3. Sapel there, but it was knocked away by Karofsky. A 2-pointer for Siskavich, and it's 12-3 Northern Adirondack. 2:10 to play, first quarter. Armstrong's three rolled the rim. O'Neill first to get to it. And Siskavich brings it up the floor. Karofsky there, now O'Neill. They try to go inside to Bilo. And O'Neill throws it to the Hornet bench. And Coach Rebideau off his feet with instructions about passing. 1:50 to play. Northern Adirondack 12, Plattsburgh 3, first quarter. The Hornets, almost traditionally, a team slow to get on track, and they've been very hot several games coming out of the locker room or midway through the second quarter. A two-pointer as Burke bangs it home. The Bobcats kissing a few off the glass, and Plattsburgh's coach Kevin Doherty wants a full timeout. 1:23 to play in the first quarter. The score on the Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh scoreboard. The Bobcats 14, the Hornets 3. Al Rose set to hand the ball over. Tim DeLeese will take it. Minimal pressure in the backcourt by the Bobcats. Well, they apply it now. Zone pressure. And Chappelle throws it away off the hands of Armstrong. The Hornets a bit out of sync. Maldonado out and Chris Fout in. Now Fout is 6'2", Butchino is 6'2". Fout missed the first 6 Hornet games with a back injury, and they will need his rebounding strength. A charge there. Oh, they're calling it a block and a good basket. Gardner to the hoop. And if Coach Rebideau said, well, you know, I'd like to be ahead by 13 in the first quarter, people would be saying you're a dreamer. Now 14 ahead. 17-3. The undefeated Hornets down by a bundle. Zone defense from the Bobcats. Foul. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Butchino looks for the jumper, takes it to the basket, it'll count. The outstanding body control of Joel Butchino, there you see it. Joel Butchino, outstanding body control. He always could do that, even as a 7th grader. And Butchino picks up his second and third points of the game. It's 17-5. Pete Russum and Al Rose, the officials. Laura Gagnon on camera. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. Burke for the Bobcats. They lead by a dozen. 24 seconds to play first quarter. Big first quarter for the Bobcats. 17 points, including a couple of threes. An 8-point first quarter for Joe Karofsky. Gardner went all around, dished it to O'Neill. 3 seconds. And it wouldn't go. No shot on the putback. In the first 8 minutes, all Bobcats. After one, the score on the Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh scoreboard. Northern Adirondack 17, Plattsburgh High School 5. Karofsky's 8, a big factor in the first quarter. He remains on the bench to open the second quarter. Tim Spinner, number 30, enters the game for Northern Adirondack. They fall into a 2-3 zone. Butchino thought about the three, takes the little bit shorter jumper, base of the rim, gets it back, stumbles, and Gardner comes out of the pack with it. Gets it to Burke. 17-5 first quarter for the Bobcats. Foul, travel first as Siskavich tried to take it to the hoop. Plattsburgh ball. 4 Bobcat fouls, just 1 Hornet foul. And this is Sapel. And a man walks right past our camera, no problem. And Butchino to Armstrong. This is Sapel. Now Armstrong and Butchino, the quick step, and he slips and travels. Last 2 times down the floor, Butchino loses his footing. Bobcats get it back. Tipped away. Good defense from Fout and the Hornets. Plattsburgh ball, but they have to convert their opportunities into some points. They've scored just 5 in the first 9 minutes, 15 seconds of the game. Butchino to the basket, off-balance shot into the hands of Fout, won't fall. Butchino on the boards and puts it in. And you can see, obviously, how much they need Joel Butchino. He has come in to score 5 of the Hornets' 7. Adam Favreau not playing. He's the second leading scorer for Plattsburgh. He's out with an ankle injury. Foul on the boards to DeLeese, 17-7. It's Armstrong. The supporting cast has to get some offense rolling for the men in black. Foul, Armstrong. Nobody wants to shoot for the men in black. DeLeese will, turn around, won't fall. Rebound there for Gardner. Plattsburgh getting 1 shot. Bobcats. Gardner guarded by DeLeese. They'll guard Karofsky closely. He scored 8 in the first quarter. Burke traveled, no call. Bobcats keep it alive off the foot of Gardner. Pete Russell saw that. Says Hornet basketball. Let's see. Plattsburgh keeps Sapel, DeLeese, Armstrong, Butchino, and Fout in the game. And it's Karofsky, Burke, O'Neal, Gardner, and Bilo for the home team of Bobcats. Sapel lost the handle, and there go the Bobcats. Karofsky down the floor, an easy 2. DeLeese pops a 3, no. Butchino on the boards, no. Put back, no. Bobcats get the ball. Everything Bobcats. And it'll fall, and that's a Plattsburgh foul. Karofsky with 12. He's had the hot hit of late for the Bobcats with 18 and 11 in his 2 previous games. 21-7. Northern Adirondack at 4-4, playing like a much better team. Hornets down the floor, Maldonado in. This is Fout, thought about it. Armstrong open, 3-point range, won't fall, and O'Neal high on the boards. 1 shot for Plattsburgh. (21-7), midway mark of the second quarter. The Hornets offense barely existent. 5 points from Butchinall and 2 from DeLeese, and that is it for Plattsburgh. The Hornets scored 2 points through the first 4 minutes of the first quarter, and they have just 2 points through the first 4 minutes of the second quarter. With 4:04 to play in the second quarter, the Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh scoreboard has it Bobcats 21 and Hornets 7. Hornets back out onto the floor. Leo Fortier keeping score for Plattsburgh High School today. On the road, this is his third game. He scored the modified A game, the junior varsity game, and now the varsity game. And he's checking with the Bobcat scorekeeper. How long is this game going to last? He's getting hungry. O'Neal in the corner, dumps it inside. Foul, great defense. The block shot put back into the hands of Bilo. Stolen by Maldonado, tipped away. Fout says, I'll pick it up. Gets it to Armstrong. 3:40 to play, second quarter. Where's the Hornets offense? Fout says maybe. Nope. Seems like just playing a little too tentative. Butchinall won't go, and one shot for Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh foul. Bobcat ball under their own basket. Zach Welch, the sophomore, getting ready to come back in. This is Bilo. He found an opening, takes it to the hoop. No. Butchinall out-dueled O'Neal on the boards. Jamie Armstrong will run it up the floor. Sapel waits on the bench for Plattsburgh. Butchinall, stolen away, Karofsky. Karofsky, what a first half he has. Joel Karofsky, he's going for the game of his career. He has 14 already, double what the entire Hornet team has. Matt Parks off the bench for Plattsburgh. Coach Doherty will give him a try. 3 from Butchinall. They needed something. It's 23-10 Bobcats. Maldonado comes up with a steal on Burt. He gets it to Fout. Now Maldonado into DeLeese. DeLeese tries a 3, overshoots it into the hands of O'Neal. The Hornets were hoping for that one, you can bet. Trying for something that'll turn the team around. Gardner long distance. 3 threes in the first half for Northern Adirondack. They lead 26-10. Karofsky just hit the pocket of Armstrong. Missed the easy shot. That one was almost too easy. Now Maldonado to Armstrong. Butchinall tries a 3 this way. 3! Joel Butchinall with 11 of the Hornets' 13. 26-13. Burt. But the second opportunity. Hornets get one opportunity. Bobcats get 2. Bilo puts it in for his first points. 28-13. A minute 4 to play first half. It's been a quick first half. Very few fouls, total of 7 in the first half. 50 seconds. Oh, definite foul. Block on Karofsky. Not in the bonus. It'll be Plattsburgh ball on the side. Pete Russum brings it there. Plattsburgh ball on the side. Zach Welch re-enters. Andy Siskavich re-enters. Karofsky and Bilo check out of the Bobcats hotel. Sapel in replacing Armstrong for the Hornets, and DeLeese out. Parks in. Matt Parks, number 33 for Plattsburgh. He's also around 6'2", isn't he? They set it up for Butchino. Rattled the rim, tipped around. O'Neal with the rebound again. Plattsburgh just one shot. Maldonado tipped it away, but it'll be Bobcat ball right in front of Leo Fortier, the official scorer. He's got a good view of this one. John Rebideau, as always, the towel in hand as he coaches the sidelines for the Bobcats. Shot clock is off, so 10 seconds on the game clock. Bobcats will play it for the final shot of the half. They lead 28-13. Hornets with 2 seconds, and that's the first half. A quick first half. At halftime, the score on the Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh scoreboard, it's Northern Adirondack 28 and Plattsburgh High School 13. Scoring in the first half, Northern Adirondack with 17 in the first quarter, 11 in the second quarter, total of 28. 6 players in the scoring column, 2 for O'Neal, 2 for Siskavich, 2 for Bilo, and 2 for Burke, 6 for Justin Gardner, and 14 for Joe Karofsky, the senior. Plattsburgh High School, 5 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, total of 13. Just 2 players in the scoring column, 2 for Tim DeLeese and 11 for Joel Butchino. Everybody playing coaches at halftime, and pretty much all in agreement. The Hornets need to get more second and third shot opportunities. Those have been rare in the first half. And also the Hornets have to do some outside shooting. Borofsky starts the action with a missed three-pointer, and up the floor are the Hornets. Baseline, DeLeese takes it right in, but it rolls the rim. DeLeese kept it alive and tipped in by Sapel. I'm giving that one. Tip into Sapel. Sapel, yep, we're in agreement. Mr. Canoyer, David Canoyer agreed with me. And it's 28-15. Karofsky, Burke, guarded by Butchino. Hornets start Fout, Butchino, and DeLeese. A little bit more rebounding, they hope. And Sapel, high up, tipped it to Armstrong. Sapel runs the floor. The Hornets need a big second half. Sapel's shot opportunities have been rare. Butchino fires one up, won't drop, and on the boards, a pair of Bobcats. Gardner to Burke. The Bobcats did a lot right in the first half. If they can duplicate that, there's no way the Hornets can make a comeback. Push called on the rebound. Coach Rebideau wondering what he missed, and it'll be Plattsburgh ball. Laura Gagnon on camera. It's great to work with her. She's usually keeping score for the Hornets, but I reserved her for one game, stole her away from Coach Kevin Doherty. In and out on the Sapel three. The Hornets shots not dropping. Combination first half, cold Hornet shooting, and a hot hand from the Bobcats on their home floor. We played 2 minutes of the second half and just 2 points on the board for Plattsburgh. Bobcats looking to score, but they have a 13-point cushion. Shot clock at 6 as Karofsky, three! Joe Karofsky has been the difference in this game, no question about it. 3 three-pointers now, and he has been the hot hand. 31-15. Butchino left alone for the three, it won't fall. Remember, Butchino didn't practice on Thursday or Friday, I'm sure. Injured Wednesday night. This is Saturday game. tie up, and it'll be possession arrow Bobcats. Kevin Doherty in his 14th year. Now the Hornets have been tested earlier this season, that is for certain. They're 8-0, and that streak in jeopardy today, that is for certain. But they were threatened by NAC in a hard-fought game, second game of the season for the Hornets, and Plattsburgh won by 4. The very next game, Peru battled them. Butchino with the rejection. Third game of the season against Peru. Peru battled Plattsburgh for 4 quarters. Plattsburgh pulled away at the end to win 60-50. They went to Mariah and had a brawl. Plattsburgh won 77-69. Saranac Lake tested them in the first half, but then Plattsburgh won it by 11. Bobcats pick up another foul. Through the first 3 minutes of action, 5 points total. A 3-pointer by Karofsky and a 2-pointer by Maldonado. Armstrong breaks loose, in and out. DeLeese, nice rebound, but he stepped out of bounds. Very little going right for the Hornets. People read the paper tomorrow, and they say, what? The Hornets had 15 points in the third quarter? What? The Hornets just 15 points total. You're wondering about the foul? It was a push, too much hands by Sapel, they say. Sapel gets his first foul. Bobcats as the Hornets apply pressure, but the Bobcats can run, I'll tell you that. Travel there. And there went the towel by Coach Rebidoux. The towel went flying almost up to the ceiling, but he got it back quickly. He's telling his players, slow it down. We're ahead by 16 for crying out loud. What's your hurry? Sapel, Butchino. Sapel. Armstrong, Sapel. Back door to Butchino, reverse lay-in. You have to wonder how healthy Butchino is. Had a concussion, suffered a concussion a few days ago, but he was questionable coming in on how much action he would have. But trainer Mark Donnelly is along the bench and keeping an eye on Butchino. Swish for his 12th point. 31-16. The Hornets have a mountain to climb. Substitution, Maldonado in and Jamie Armstrong out for Plattsburgh High School. Hornets apply full court pressure. 31-17. Bobcats led by 12 after 1 and by 15 at halftime. They lead by 14 right now. In and out. Butchino boards it for Plattsburgh High School. Oh, that should have been a double dribble call. Plattsburgh got away with that. Sapel attacks the basket and draws a foul. Ryan Sapel, who's been held scoreless, will go to the line. Sapel has had games of 11, 10, 17, 11, 13, 17, 8, and 12. Averaging 12 coming into this one. And he gets his first point of the contest. The Bobcats have done an excellent job defensively. 31-18. And they call the travel. It looked like Butchino tried to dish it off before he traveled. or as he was going down. 3.5 to play in the third quarter. The Hornets applying the pressure. Buchino hits the floor, gets it to Maldonado. Sapel takes the power move. 31 to 20, and it's the Bobcats that need a timeout, sensing a comeback by Plattsburgh High School. So in the third quarter with 3:20 to play, the score on the Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh scoreboard, it's Northern Adirondack 31, Plattsburgh High School 20. Plattsburgh High School cheerleaders, coached by Karen Brown, assisted by Natalie Belton. Laura Gagnon on camera, I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. If you have questions about our programming, give me a call at 561-0616 or email me foxman@westtelcom.com. We are right behind the Hornet crowd, high atop the bleachers in the Bobcats cage. Pressure applied. Hornets tie him up. That was DeLeese. Plattsburgh has stepped up its defensive pressure, and the Bobcats a little bit rattled. Possession arrow was to the Hornets. Leo Fortier saw to that. He's the official scorer. Tipped away and stolen by the Bobcats. End to end went Welch for the points. Bobcats needed to change the momentum. 33 to 20. DeLeese's shot, nothing but net. Tim DeLeese, a pretty shot. 33-22. Plattsburgh applies the pressure. DeLeese gives his body to the floor. He's Plattsburgh ball right in front of the Hornet cheerleaders. DeLeese gets up off the floor with about 5 or 6 slivers in his arms and shoulders, but he's a football player. That doesn't bother him. Sapel, base of the rim, tipped around. Buchino gets it. Head fake, in. Hornets are hot. Hornets all of a sudden ignited. 33-24, and the Bobcats throw it away. Coach Reveille wants a timeout. He's going to the clipboard. He's getting the chart out. And the Hornets smell a comeback. 2:19 to play in the third quarter, and it's now Bobcats 33, Hornets 24. Those Bobcat cheerleaders, I wanna have them work with me and Goose for some routine and throw me and Goose up in the air like that. Wouldn't that be fun? We could be part of their award-winning team. We've never been good at cheerleading, but we could learn. I'd like to get Goose out there, see who they could throw the highest, me or Goose. Now talk about divided sentiments. One of the Hornet fans, David Canoyer's mom, is a teacher at Northern Adirondack. She's got the PHS mom shirt going. She's got the PHS mom sweater on today. She teaches here at Northern Adirondack and knows all the players on the Bobcats team, so we know her sentiments are with Plattsburgh High School, but a little bit divided. Buchino, no. Sapel for Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh in and out. Sapel can't buy a bucket. But the Hornets at least getting second and third opportunities. They've stepped up the boards. Bobcats by 9. They led by 16. Thrown away. Coach Revenue can just sigh. He's assisted by Tim Copeland. Tim has been John Revenue's longtime assistant. Bobcats step up their defense. 33-24, a minute 15 to play in this third quarter. It looks like the timeout took a little sting out of the Hornets' attack. Shot clock at 12, and Bobcats work it again. Several possessions in this third quarter. Bobcats turn it over. They have just 5 points in the quarter. The Hornets with 11. But they need more. All of a sudden, the Hornets standing still. O'Neal blocks the delete shot, and Karofsky blocks the foul pass. All of a sudden, the Hornets were standing still. Oh, he traveled. Maldonado shuffled the feet. Armstrong in for Maldonado. .37 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Bobcats they've turned the ball over too many times in this third quarter. Hornets defense has stepped it up a notch. Burke tried to jam it home. That didn't fall. Hornets on a breakaway. Sapel to the hoop. Look out. Foul on Karofsky on the Sapel shot. Sapel with 5 third quarter points. Hornets cut it to 7 with 12 seconds to play in the third. They were down 31 to 15. They're on a 9-2 run. The final 9 seconds of the third quarter. Burke all the way in and scores. It'll count. Again, the Bobcats able to take some of the sting out of the Hornets with that closing second basket. 7 points in the third quarter for the Bobcats, but Plattsburgh with 14 points. After 3, the score is Northern Adirondack 35, Plattsburgh High School 27. Are the Hornets capable of an 8-point? I have to make my revision here. It's 35-27. Are the Hornets capable of an 8-point comeback? Yes. Will they do it today? That remains to be seen. 9 seconds have ticked away, and the fans called travel. The refs didn't. Gardner puts in 2, and it's a 10-point differential. 7:40 to play. 10-point differential. Sapel 3! Ryan Sapel, a senior, a big boy. He has stepped it up in the second half. No points in the first half, 9 in the second half. 37-30. Stolen by Fout. Fout to Butchino. The Hornets, remember, playing this game without Adam Favreau. Averages 13 points. He's out with a twisted ankle. Sapel. 3! Ryan Sapel! Let me tell you, the Hornets are coming back at you. The Bobcats are on the run. 37-33. Now the pressure on the Bobcats for the next 6 minutes and 45 seconds. A long one, short. Great hustle by O'Neal. Great hustle by O'Neal. Mike O'Neal, the senior, with the big play. 39-33. That was a big two by O'Neal, and he can make it a three-point play. Missed that one. Butchino high for the board. O'Neal banged foul over the head. Attempted rebound. Armstrong to Sapel. That one too far gone. And up the floor come the Bobcats. Up by a six-pack. Karofsky, long distance. Three! Every time the Hornets have stung. The Bobcats have found a way to take a little bit out of that sting. Loose ball, bodies flying left and right. Finally, the last Bobcat went out of bounds. That was a breathless Welch. And he heads to the bench, bodies flying. 5:57 to play. You're watching a barn burner. 42-33, you know, it's a 9-point lead. The Hornets just moments ago had it cut down to what, 4? Sapel in. Sapel with the first 8 Hornet points in the fourth quarter. Travel, oh no, foul, what's the call? Push called on Armstrong. O'Neal went down. 5 minutes, 33 seconds to play in this one. We want to thank everyone at Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh for their support of Hornet basketball. We appreciate that very much. Inside to O'Neal, worked nicely for the shot. Butchino fouled him. Butchino got him with the body. O'Neal making a difference. The big three-pointer by Karofsky, but O'Neal has stepped up his pace. He had just 2 points through the game. He hit a two-pointer, and he goes to the line for 2 shots. It's 42-35. 43-35. The Hornets still with a mountain to climb. They are down by 8. The ball went off the top of the backboard and then put in by Gardner. Armstrong for Plattsburgh. To Sapel. Butchino in the paint, to the basket, it'll count. Butchino attacks the basket and scores. Butchino to the line for 1. He now has 17 in the contest. Make it 18. A 3-point play by Butchino in the lead back to 7. 45-38. 5 minutes to play. Bobcats to the hoop, missed shot, bounced around, tipped off the hand of a Bobcat. Off of Dirk's hand, it'll be Plattsburgh ball. 4:41 to play. Bobcats 45, Hornets 38. The undefeated Plattsburgh High School Hornets have been in a hole the entire game. They fell behind 7-2 and never got close. Tipped away by the Bobcats. Bobcats all over the floor, causing problems. That defense has made a difference for Northern Adirondack. 4:20 to play. Coach Revenue happy to just take his time on offense. 4:12, clock ticking. O'Neal found a way to get in, wouldn't fall, tipped around. O'Neal gets it back. Gardner kept it alive. Another opportunity for the Bobcats. Big play right there, Gardner. Gardner with 6 fourth quarter points. The Hornets have scored in this fourth quarter, but so have the Bobcats. 47-38, it's back to 9. DeLeese rolled it on the 3, Butchino on the putback. Joel Butchino on the putback. $20 points in the game for Butchino, and it's 47-40. 10-second violation. 10-second violation as the Hornet defense applied the pressure. Plattsburgh will get it back down by 7. 3:28 on the clock. Sapel, they're almost leaving him alone. Now Karofsky steps up. Oh, Sapel wide open. Takes it in. Sapel, a different Ryan Sapel on the floor in the fourth quarter of the second half. A different Ryan Sapel came out of that locker room. I don't know what Coach Doherty told him. I don't know what he ate, maybe a granola bar or something in the locker room at halftime. Whatever it is, it's made a difference. Sapel with 10 fourth quarter points and 16 in the game with 3:15 to play. It's Northern Adirondack 47, Plattsburgh High School 42. Vocal Bobcat crowd and a vocal Hornet crowd. Laura Gagnon on camera having a whale of a time. Turnover, Plattsburgh ball. Hornets down by 5. They trailed by 16 in the third quarter. Down by 5. Maldonado to Butchino. Butchino says, I'll take the 3. Side of the rim. DeLeese, oh, it didn't go. 3 minutes to play, folks. Nobody's going to make a ham sandwich now. Everybody's sticking by their TV sets. They don't want to miss this one. They might as well shut down the concession stand. What a block by Fout! Chris Fout! Butchino finds a way, won't fall, tip. Butchino finds a way! Fans on their feet. Fout now hits the floor hard. Wow, unbelievable. Hornets have cut it to 3. Middle of the third quarter. Hornets were down by 16. With 7:40 to play in the game, they were down by 10. They've cut it to 3 with 2.5 to play. Hornets apply the pressure. Up the floor, thrown away again. Hornets ball, 2:20 to play. Hornets down by 3. They're a 3-pointer away from a tie. If the Hornets tie it, you may see about 50 fans jump out on the floor. Butchino to the hoop. Foul called a block. Coach Revenue says no way. O'Neal called for the block. I have to agree on that one. And Coach Revenue wants a timeout. What a workout for the coaches. They're both going to need a shower after the game. I'm going to need a shower after this one. 2:05 to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, we can't thank Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh enough. They sent us here for this one. 2:05 to play. It's Bobcats 47, Hornets 44. 16 second half points by Ryan Sapel, 11 second half points by Joel Butchino, 22 in the game. He's at the line, and it falls out. (47-44) remains the score. 47-45 is the score. Bobcats by 2 with an eternity to play. Hornets apply the pressure. DeLeese tipped it. Up the floor, thrown away. Plattsburgh ball. The Hornets defense has stymied the Bobcats since midway through the third quarter. I don't know what they changed or adjusted. Hornets with a chance to tie or take the lead. And I never thought I'd be saying that midway through the third quarter when they were down by 16. Foul. Butchino. Sapel. Lead! Hornets lead! Hornets lead! Ryan Sapel! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! Hornets 48! Bobcats 47 with a minute 22! Oh, I am a ball of sweat! Hornets by 1, Bobcats in 3! Answering back! They continue to take the sting out of the Hornets. This time it's Welch. 50 to 48 with 55 seconds. Back to pressure on the Hornets. Bobcats by 2. Butchino, double head fake, knocked away. A 2-on-1, Karofsky. Bobcats have come back. The Hornets led for seconds, but the Bobcats come right back when they had to. When the chips were down, the Bobcats came back in their own cage. 36 seconds to play. It's Bobcats 52, Hornets 48. Big baskets by Gardner and Karofsky for the Bobcats. And it's a 4-point advantage for Northern Adirondack. 30 seconds. The Hornets with a golden possession. Three! Butchino brings them within 1. And a timeout called. Whoa. I can't believe this one. I can't believe this one. It was worth the drive. No question about it. And not one single fan is left. For Plattsburgh. Sapel. I'll add it up again, but I have him at 19. Let's see. 18. 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 14. 19 second half points by Sapel. And Butchino now with 18. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 second half points and a total of 26. Butchino with 26. Sapel with 19. Bobcats ball, 23 seconds. Gardner a big fourth quarter with 6 points. He has the ball. Foul called. Foul with the foul. 18 seconds and not in the bonus. So the Bobcats have that to their advantage, and that time can be burned off the clock. The next foul, and Coach Rebedu wants to call a timeout. From the Bobcats' point of view, they have received the usual balanced scoring. Burt has 4. Gardner ends up with 12 at this point. Bilo with 2. Karofsky with the big game, 20. 14 of those in the first half. Welch has 4. 2 for Saskavich. And O'Neill has a total of 5 in the game. The big one, Karofsky, what a game he's had. 18 last game and 20 in this one. He's been a big difference for the Bobcats. 18 seconds remaining. Northern Adirondack leading by 1. Both teams in the bonus situation. Going to the line, I'm not sure. I think it'll be Justin Gardner, but I forget, to be honest with you. Let's see. Oh no, that wasn't the bonus yet. That's right. Wasn't the bonus yet. So if the Bobcats can get it in, I think Plattsburgh will foul within the first 5 seconds. 52 to 51. They get it to Gardner, and they foul him within the first 5 seconds. 15 seconds on the clock. It looks like Don Moulton is the official timer, and pressure will be on him. I believe that's Don Moulton. 52 to 51. What a game, and Plattsburgh wants to take a timeout to give Justin Gardner a chance to think about it. Gardner's second trip to the foul line. He's 1 for 1 in the game. He had 6 in the first half, 6 in the second half, and he has an important 1-and-1 situation, does number 11, Justin Gardner. Al Rose and Pete Russell on the hot seat refereeing this one. So should he make or miss, it wouldn't matter because Plattsburgh is hoping for a possession. On a Bobcat miss, you would hope the Hornets can get the ball, or else they'll have to foul immediately if the ball bounces Bobcats' way on a missed foul shot. A lot of things consider in the huddle. Even the officials, I see Al Rose just met with Pete Russell, and they were conferring, make sure we watch out for this and watch out for that. 15 seconds to play. So either way, when the Hornets get possession, assuming they do on a miss or a make, when the Hornets get possession, they'll have to hurry it down the floor, and of course Chappelle and Bucciano have been the hot hands, and they'll have maybe 10 seconds with their offense, which in basketball is a pretty long time. Gardner to the line, missed it. Plattsburgh ball, down by 1. Maldonado to Bucciano. 2 foul on the run, he missed it. He missed it, and the Hornets have to tie him up. The dish was to Chris Fout, and he went high on the boards, but just didn't put enough on it. And that may be the story for Plattsburgh High School. The huge comeback. They led by 1 for a second, but the Hornets' huge comeback may fall short. 6 seconds on the clock. A 1-and-1. It dropped through. 2-point lead. Bilo hits that one. We'll recap the scoring. 6 seconds to play. 53-51. The best the Hornets can do is tie, as Bilo hits 2 key foul shots. Well, all you can say is the Hornets did have their opportunity, but sometimes those are the breaks of the game. It's been a hard-fought game both ways, and you hate to see somebody lose one like this. Everybody putting their all on the floor for this one. 6 seconds, and it'll be Plattsburgh ball to bring it in and quickly set up a 3-point shot by Chappelle or Bucciano. By Chappelle or Bucciano. As Bucciano on the last Plattsburgh possession, as Bucciano went to the hoop, he was triple teamed. They were going to do everything but let him shoot. And he found the open man Fout. To be honest with you, I thought Fout traveled as he went to the basket. I thought he took an extra step, but the Hornet fans weren't saying anything. And he just didn't get enough on the shot as he went high on the boards. Last second substitution, which is really illegal as far as I'm concerned, and that's right, Al Rose doesn't allow it. Armstrong was going to replace Fout, but not, you have to be at the table 15 seconds before you leave the huddle, before the 1-minute timeout ends. You have to be at the scorer's table. Here we go, 4 seconds. Bucciano, and the ball's taken away. Plattsburgh never got a shot. The Hornets never got a shot, and Plattsburgh High School sees their 8-game winning streak for this year end, and it's at the hands of Northern Adirondack. Northern Adirondack, which won 19 in a row, last season and the beginning of this, they saw their CVAC winning streak broken by Northeastern Clinton. And today, a very happy Coach John Revenue, assistant coach Tim Copeland, and the Bobcats happy about knocking off Plattsburgh High School by a score of 54-51. And a theme throughout the game, perhaps, is every time the Hornets stung, the Bobcats found a way to take something out of that sting. They would answer it with a big play, a big shot, an important steal, whatever. They answered the task that they had to. The Hornets mounted a great comeback. They were down by 16 midway through the third quarter. They were down by 10 with 7:40 to play, and they ended up tying it, taking the lead, but saw it vanish in the closing minute. For Northern Adirondack, they had a big fourth quarter as well. 18 points. Well, must be 19 to end at 54. Their totals: Burke with 4, Gardner with 12, Bilo with 4, Karofsky, the big game, with 20, Welch with 4, Siskavich with 2, O'Neill with 5, total of 54. For Plattsburgh High School, they ended up scoring 24 in the fourth quarter. They had 5 in the first, 8 in the second, 14 in the third, 24 in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Bobcats 24-19 in that final 8 minutes. They finished at 51. Maldonado had 2, DeLise had 4, and the bulk of the scoring, Sapel and Butchino. Ryan Sapel with 19, all in the second half, and Joel Butchino, let's see, I want to be sure I'm right on this, 4, 5, 6, 7, a total of 26 with 15 in the second half. Phew, what a game. Congratulations to everybody involved in this one, and thanks to Laura Gagnon for her great work on camera. Thanks to Associates in Radiology of Plattsburgh for their support of Hornets basketball. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everybody at North Country Cable Network saying final score, Northern Adirondack 54, Plattsburgh High School 51. Good night, North Country.